Hi, my name is Patty Ferguson, and I'm a kindergarten and first grade ASD teacher at West Elementary in Holland, Michigan. I chose to do my informational video on transition services for students age 16 to 26. You might be thinking, well, what are transition services and how do I know if I'm eligible? How do I know if my child's eligible? So when you turn 16 in the state of Michigan and you're receiving special education services and have an IEP, you should be talking to your team. So your case manager, your special education teacher, and finding out what are we doing to plan for my transition. That's when it begins. Who is eligible for transition plans? So if you are between the ages of 16 and 26 and have special education services and do not have a high school diploma, you are eligible for transition services. So who helps provide these services? In the state of Michigan, your school, number one, can help provide the services. The Michigan Rehabilitation Services, and also the Center for Mental Health and other community agencies will help support you in the transition plan and also the action of performing the services. Your transition plan should have different components for the activities that are interesting to you. So it could be, for example, training, so vocational training or job training. There could be post-secondary education. It is the Ready for Life Academy that partners with Ferris State and Hope College. Michigan State University has a resource center for students in transition into adulthood. Western Michigan also has a program for adults with autism and provide services for transition for them as well. It could be employment for a job that's interesting to you or a career that's interesting to you, to help you in the interview process, to help you apply for jobs. Independent living skills is a really important part of transition. So what does it look like going to the grocery store? Doing laundry, caring for a household. Do I want to live in independent living or do I want to live in a group living setting? So those are all decisions and things to think about when creating your transition plan. Also, another important piece is self-advocacy, working on communication skills, decision making, understanding your rights. Those are all really, really important aspects of your transition plan. Parents might be asking, well, how do I help support the best, way I can in the plan of the transition and supporting my child? And the best way is to play an active role as a member of the team. You know your child better than anybody else. You know their strengths. You know some of the things that they need to work on. You know what they're passionate about. And you will know how to advocate for them appropriately and make sure that they have the best services possible for them to make that transition from high school into adulthood. And it's never too early to start working on some of those skills. Even, in elementary school and middle school, making sure that kids have household chores, making sure that they're, making their bed and taking out the garbage and doing the dishes and building independence by doing everything they can to learn about self-care and the importance of hygiene. All of those skills that they develop as a child and adolescent will support them and make that transition from high school and to adulthood even smoother. So there's lots parents can do starting at a young age to help with the transition services later on. as a student, how can I best prepare for my transition plan? What do I need to do? So the most important thing is participate in your IEP process. So make sure that you are advocating for yourself. And if you aren't sure what to do, ask for help. Create post-secondary goals. Identify career options that are interesting to you. When you're in high school, choose courses that you think are interesting, that get you excited about going to school, excited about learning, and participate in extracurricular activities. So get involved in your community. And then also consider work that maybe is paid, and maybe some volunteer work that you think is fun is a great way to help plan for your transition. So parents and students, I hope that this information that I provided has helped you learn a little bit more about transition services. Just remember when you turn 16, and parents, when your child turns 16, that you're reaching out to their team saying, what are we doing about transition services? And it's never, ever, ever too early to start working on skills that are going to help support your child and yourself as you make that transition from high school into adulthood. Thank you very much.